Hello everybody, welcome back to the Greg K6EGG live stream. Give me just a few minutes and I'll be on the air.
Want to make a comment?
All right. It is the 25th of... Is it the 25th? Did I get that right? Okay.
I just told you that 30 minutes ago.
I told you. I worked late last night and I had to get up early this morning. So I apologize. 100%. What was I going to say here? What was I going to start out with? In case I'm a little weird, I haven't eaten in like 26 hours. I'm doing a 36-hour fast, and I slept 4 hours last night, so it's not exactly the best combo. I do that to kind of reset my body a little bit, do it once a month or two. Anyway, so if I get a little weird, that's why.
Seth, don't get on Sono Bus. We know you're busy. Don't do it.
Is he? Did you get robbed in St. Louis? And no offense to my St. Louis folks, but if you're in the area of the airport car rental area, you know there's nothing really you can say good about that area. Jeff, it's your 25th birthday. Well, happy birthday. Greetings from SDCC. Nice to see you in there, Ken. It's been a little bit. I'm working FT8 at the moment, but I'm getting slowly set up to work some voice here. I don't think I'll be on too late tonight, and the reason being, as I just explained, I haven't slept too much. I do have 4 days coming off, so I'm going to have a lot of time to play radio here. So be patient. I had to turn that light down. It was a little too much for me. So I'm just getting my radio set. Scott, nice to see you in there. Chickens for KFC. Greg, have you checked with the California? I haven't, because I wasn't home last week. And since I got home, I've been dealing with DMV issues. So I'm not going to be going to any state park. I don't want to get pulled over again. I almost got my car towed, so I have not. Down in San Diego for Comic-Con, first timer. That's some good people watching down there. I've worked that event before. That's amazing. Amazing people watching. So just check out and see how 20 meters doing here. Come on. I just saw somebody over here. That sounds like a pilot to me. Well, another quick thing before I get really into it is I noticed that K8 has, if you notice, he has an SM7B. I don't want to rag the microphone, and I'm not going to. That was actually my old one. Very good microphone. And the reason why I haven't had time to watch too much YouTube until a couple days ago. And the reason why I'm bringing it up is he sounds amazing on it. And that goes to show you where every tool has a purpose. And, you know, this microphone might sound pretty decent with me, and it may not sound that good with him. He already has a really good voice. As you guys know, like you have. I don't. I let my microphone and my compressors do my talking for me.
Your $400 microphone and all your audio equipment do your talking for you.
Yes.
I am running a $100 microphone, a $700 mixer. That's it. I'm sorry, $500 mixer. That's it. The old board, I had other stuff had to be plugged in for ground lifting and all the other jazz with the Shure microphone. But after watching streams, replaying the streams with this setup, I sound a lot better than I did with the Shure.
You know what? I tend to agree with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
So to my point, and it's you have a pretty good ear. Oh boy, what do I see here? Great, real quick question. The blue icon on the radio, what it says USB D1, it means digital mode, I believe. Oh, you know what? I'm in digital. That's why I haven't changed that. What? I'm sorry. That's probably why that was a little weird. Yeah. Good catch,
Seth. Yes, the Shure microphone I was running,
good catch,
was $250, but the microphone I'm on now is $100.
And Monty, I would love to make a contact with you. Let's see if I can find. Let's see if I can find something low here. How many watts can you run? You gonna go QRP? There's a lot of noise. Good catch, but thank you, Mike. Let's try.
Thanks, Scott.
He is sounding good. That goes to show you got a good voice.
Thanks very much.
Way better voice than I have. I wish I had a voice like that. I got to start smoking more.
I don't smoke.
Monty, I'm on 240, buddy. Would love to make a contact with you across the Atlantic Ocean there. Or actually, most of my coworker friends are over there. Actually, not in where you're at, but they're in France a lot. And I have some in England too. Oscar was looking at the Heil. You know, I'm not a Heil fan, buddy. Some people like the way they sound. Some people don't. I think they're a little bit over
processed.
They're not processed. They're just EQ'd. I don't know how to say
All that.
it. There's too many roll-offs in there, and I understand why he did it that way.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf is the frequency in use.
So I'm not totally against it, but for me, I don't personally like the way they sound, especially like on a stream like this. I just wanted to find something. I still have this here. I'm going to use it eventually. I might take it with me when I do a remote. I don't know.
November Queen Hotel.
W5 November Queen Hotel. Correct?
Yeah, correct. Very good. This listening here, I think I've worked here before. In case sounds familiar. Name is Dave. Delta Alpha Victor Echo Dave. I'm in Western Texas. Odessa, the QTH. W5 November Queen Hotel. Over.
I definitely remember the Odessa, Texas. I don't think I've made too many contacts there, so it's good to make a contact with you. Definitely put you in the logbook. Will you work in this frequency?
No, I was just listening here. Earlier I was on frequency, just kind of listening, and I heard somebody ID there. I think it was you. So anyway, no, I'm not using the frequency at all. Over.
I appreciate it. How's the band's been today? Good, bad? I think I heard somebody trying to a pile up just north of here, 265. I can't remember the exact frequency. You make any DX contacts tonight or anything like that?
No, I hadn't just kind of started listening here. Maybe an hour or so. I'll see what's going on. But no, actually, I just had the radio on for a while. I was doing some other things in the background, kind of listening haphazard, I think the conditions are probably pretty good, although I was listening on 17 just a bit ago, and it kind of seemed like it ended kind of abruptly. So as far as actual conditions here on 20, I don't really have a clue. Over.
Copy that. I appreciate your honesty there. I'm gonna see if I'm doing a live stream right now. I got some folks over in Europe that may want to try to make a contact with me. So I want to see if Europe might be open. If not, I'm going to see if I can make a few voice contacts here on 20 meters on this frequency, if you don't mind.
Oh, sure, no problem there. Tell me the call sign. I'll put you in my log here and listen and see what happens. But tell me your call sign. Over.
Sure. It's Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. K6EGG.
Okay, got it. And what's the name?
First name is Greg. Golf Romeo Echo Golf Golf.
Okay, Greg. Yeah, I could have guessed that, but who knows? Okay, very good. Well, I'll listen here, Greg, and see what you come up with. Certainly have a nice, strong signal. Your S9+5 here into West Texas. 2-element hex beam is the antenna. Pointed your direction pretty much. And 7300 using an old heat kit tube amp here running about 400 watts. So back to you, Greg. K6 Echo Golf Golf. W5 November Queen Hotel.
Copy that. Yeah, man, I'm running just a stock barefoot 100 watts on a 7610 with a in-fed half wave about 30 feet up in the air in my backyard. I'd call it a sloper right now, if that's a thing. And for audio, I'm running some external audio. I'm running Electro Voice RE27 with some outboarded processing right now. So just having a little fun, kind of trying to get stuff dialed in, and just got this microphone last week. I'm on the fence of how it sounds outside my ears, my headphones. I've gotten good reports, but I also have gotten reports saying that it sounds pretty much the same as my RE20 that I ran. So I appreciate the kind words. You're at well over S9 here in the Southern California, kind of waving in and out once in a while, but strong signal with your setup there in Odessa, Texas.
Yeah, okay, very good. Odessa, Texas, that's correct. Oh, my
You
goodness.
can always sound better,
in
Scott.
the whole country, so, you know, that's the way it works. The only reason the city is here, actually. Well, no, we got railroad originally. But anyway, yeah, the audio sounds great out of that, and the antenna is working great. Gee whiz. In-fed, and it's only 30 feet long, right?
It's 30 feet in the air. I believe this one's 67 feet long, 7 feet long, 30 feet in the air.
Okay, I got you. 30 feet, and it's 67. That'd be full wave on this band, so it should work exceptionally well. Probably work pretty good on 42 as a half wave. I use dipole here, homebrew dipole for the lower bands, but anyway, hey, carry on, Greg, and listen. Boy, the audio sounds great. So,
All right.
I can tell you're probably running a little bit of EQ there, and it sounds awesome. So, no complaints from me there. It's right stable. Everything's right in line. So, you know, it sounds pretty cool. I'm just using the stock microphone that comes with the just a handheld stock mic that comes with the 7300. What is it, 219 or something, I think? It's actually a Ohio microphone. Anyway, back to you, and we'll see if you want to work some others there. K6 Echo Golf Golf, W5 NQH.
Copy that. I appreciate the kind words on the audio. I spent a lot of time kind of tweaking it, and I'm ever so always trying to squeeze a little more bandwidth what I have with this radio and this setup here. So I appreciate it. And I'm going to try to call some CQ here. Maybe somebody will come back after they heard our conversation here. So I appreciate the contact there once again from Odessa, Texas, W5NQH, K6EGG. Will be, I don't know. I'll be calling CQ on your final, I guess.
Okay, Greg, very good. Take it away. We'll listen and see if we can hear some European stations there, too. So
All right, Monty.
Take it away,
Have at
Greg.
it, buddy.
It's all yours. K6 Echo Golf Golf 73 W5 NQH.
Copy that. This is Greg, K6EGG, calling CQ from 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles in the city of Chino, calling CQ on 20 meters.
Kilo, Oscar, 4, Quebec, Echo, X-ray.
Let's see if I got this right. Kilo, Oscar 4, Quebec, Echo, X-ray. Is that correct?
Roger.
Copy that. You're about a 5'7", starting to pick up some noise here in the Southern California. Is the first name Ryan there?
It is. My name's Ryan, Romeo Yankee Alpha November. In north of Georgia, north of Atlanta, about 30 miles north of Atlanta.
Copy that. I occasionally listen to an SDR north of Atlanta. So I think it might be close to your area. So I appreciate the contact here tonight. I'm going to put you in the logbook. I don't know if you do any logging, either QRZ or Logbook of the World.
I do both, and yeah, I'll definitely put it in there. You're about I think you did another K6 Echo Golf Golf.
Man, he dropped on me.
You kind of faded away there a little bit there, Ryan, but I'm going to say 7-3s, and I appreciate the contact, and I heard somebody else calling back. I'll let you final out there for a sec.
Okay, roger. Here's 5-7 here in Georgia, 7-3.
Copy the 5-7 into Georgia, 7-3, Ryan. K6EGG calling CQ, 20 meter. Go ahead. I heard somebody say some callers, but I couldn't tell what it was. Try again.
K4TIC.
All right, I got a KQ4. I'm getting closer. Want to give the suffix out a couple times? I heard a Charles in there. KQ4, try the suffix a couple times. You're real weak into Southern California tonight.
India Charlie. Probably weak because I'm driving 90.
All right, I think I got all of that. KQ4 TIC Tango India Charlie, is that correct? All right, you're kind of dropping in and out. I think you said you were running something, a G something or other. So it was like you got I had a hard copy on you. I'm running the infed horizontal here in Southern California.
Yeah, it's a Roger, Greg. Tango India Charlie.
No, I don't expect much from it.
Yeah, I got a light copy. I'm going to put you in the logbook there, probably about a 5.2. I think you might have said 20 watts, but I appreciate the contact there, Will. KQ4 TIC 73. All right, anybody else here on frequency? This is Greg, K6EGG, calling CQ from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California. All right, I got a Kilo Bravo 0. Try your suffix again. Okay, I got Lima uniform that time at the end. Try your suffix twice there. All right, Kilo Bravo 0 Papa Lima uniform. I hope I got that correct, right?
Lima uniform.
Papa Lima uniform?
That's correct.
God, I hope I got this right. KB0PLU. Is that you in Colorado? Excellent. I got a really light copy, and I've got a lot of noise. I've got between an S3 and S5 of noise, so it's probably not you, more than likely me. So I appreciate the contact there. Is it Ken?
About a 4x4 here in northern Colorado.
Copy the 4x4 there in the northern Colorado. Thanks again for the contact there. And 7-3, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf calling CQ from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles.
Just old school knives, man. Good luck, buddy. We'll get you on HF and get upgraded to general here soon. Sounds like somebody else grabbed the frequency.
K6EGG QSY.
Well, that's giving me a royal headache that I already have. Yeah, it's fun. And keep in mind, they're...
Delta 6 station, this is W5 November, Queen Hotel, W5 NQH, over.
Oh, that's who I just made a contact with.
Doing Alpha 77 Sugar X-ray 600 watts to a Mosley tri-band up 50 feet.
Keep in mind, I just have a wire outside my house up in some mass. That's pretty much it. With 100 watts, talking all over the country.
Sounds like a wonderful rig and setup. Thanks for the signal check. I have to deal with an HOA, so I'm using what I am using, and it seems to be working. Over. Roger.
Mark, or was it Mike? Sorry. Thanks for catching that USB D1.
7 threes will get you down the band. KI7 and ZKG. In Texas, W3PAW. All about
73.
Kilo Juliet 5, Golf Foxtrot Golf.
Uniform.
David, and I'm in West Texas, so I'm pretty much
Man, he's booming.
due east of.
I hope it's contagious.
I do hope it's contagious, but you know, you can't save them all, but you can serve them.
All right, there's somebody up here. I see somebody north here.
902 at 4.89.
Oh boy, that's the maritime net, I believe. Oh, that's loud. Wow. I'm kind of bummed I lost that frequency, I think.
And that's a mini golden doodle.
Golden Doodle.
Serious rains here today. Cool the place down tremendous.
That's Steve, I think. So with a technician, you'll be starting on 2 meter or 440. You can't get on 10 meter, but I would get used to talking to some local folks if you have a chance. What city are you in? I might go back to 240 here, but man, that's noisy. Alabama's by you there, Sam.
Do what?
Yeah. I can't pronounce that.
Oh, yeah. He's about 2.5 hours north of me.
That's relatively close compared to where I'm at in the world.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Another thing, if you don't have any local repeaters nearby, I would suggest, if you have the money, of course, because this hobby can get expensive quickly. You can get yourself a hotspot or a clear node. Hotspot's pretty decent, especially because you can connect to pretty much anything. Like I'm gonna do right here. Let's see if I can get him for
yes.
Charlie.
Seth, yes, there is.
What's Seth bugging about? What's Seth bugging about?
KVEC chain.
Oh yeah. So right now I'm gonna get it. So I have this microphone's wired into 2 different radios. The radio that was just on is on high frequency HF, and the radio I'm gonna go to is it goes on 2 meter and 440. So it goes on VHF and UHF. And right now my hotspot is actually sitting in my office here, and I'm gonna connect to it, which I'll show you here in just a moment. I can connect to it here. And there's different channels, or in this particular mode, it is, what's up, Cliff? Nice to see you in there. This particular mode, they call it reflectors. Some modes, like DMR, they call it talk groups. So I'm going to type in RAF004 Charlie, and hopefully it'll work. But we'll see what happens.
Link to REF004 Charlie.
And just remember, when you go to a frequency, take a listen to see if anybody's on there. Very important. Someone might be waiting for somebody to come back, whatever, taking a breather. Obviously, we sat here for probably 30 seconds, so there probably isn't anybody here. So if I call out, I'm not going to call CQ on this, but if I call out and say that I'm listening to this frequency or listening to this reflector, I'll probably have someone call me back. So let's see here.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf, monitoring reflector for Charlie in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California.
See what happens. Probably no one's going to call me back. Knowing my luck. But who knows? This is Anybody? Anybody in the stream? Bueller. And well, I'll take a second here. If anybody's new from, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you can.
And join us on Discord,
Yeah.
pinned at the top of the chat.
I got 4 days off coming up, so I have a lot of time to play some radio here, which I'm looking forward to.
Oh, boy.
You know what? I'm going to go to 30 Charlie, which is another reflector.
Link to RES030 Charlie.
You don't have the pressure.
Sounds like someone's talking
I
here.
understand definitely what you're saying on that. Well, I don't want to keep you, John, but I just thought I'd kind of chime in and throw in my 2 cents worth.
Yeah, 5QU. Yeah, you're not keeping me. I'm gonna be in this driver's seat till about 7 a.m.
So there's some folks talking. This is actually a good demonstration there. This has something called DPRS, digital APRS. APRS is it pings your signal out and tells it where you're located at through GPS in this particular case, in the radio.
Which reflectors do you pretty much monitor?
All of them at once.
30 Charlie, 1 Charlie, 39 Charlie,
39 Charlie,
48 Bravo, and XRF for whatever it is for Tennessee Wireless. It's programmed into my ID-52 lander on the passenger seat.
Someone just say bingo here. Colin, when are you going to get your U.S. license?
Okay, well, that sounds good. Well, I'm going to get going myself, John, but nice.
All right, so you get the point of that. I'm going to go back to HF because I try to use as much HF as possible or try to go on there as much as possible.
W3PAW, all the best. Anybody else out there? W3PAW.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
Quebec Foxtrot, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, this is Tom in Post Falls, Idaho. November Lima 7, Quebec Foxtrot. First contact.
Okay, Tom, Idaho. November Lima 7, Quebec Foxtrot, W3PAW. 5 business number 5 and 7 into Queenstown, Maryland. The name is Paul, go ahead.
Oh, real good, Paul. Yeah, you're 5 and 9.
W3?
Yeah, I'm on a HOA flagpole vertical. He said it would do all the bands, but it does 20 really good.
Here, 5 business day. We're running the Icom 7700 Alpha 77 Sugar X-ray.
7700?
Tri-band up about 50 feet.
I never heard of a 7700.
Tom, we'll catch you down the band. NL7 QS in Idaho. W3PAW. All the best.
W3PAW.
Again? Whiskey 9 cannot read.
Where's this guy at?
Whiskey 9, one more time. Whiskey 9 CNR cannot read. Well, I don't understand what you're saying.
No problem.
Use different phonetics.
It's gonna be one. This is gonna be one of those contacts.
Cannot read. Canada November Radio. My visitor, Whiskey 9, Canada November Radio, W3PAW. The name is Paul from Alpha Uniform Lima, and we're located in Queenstown, Maryland.
Okay, I did get it right.
Hi, Paul. We're located in Dallas, Texas, about 20
United States of Dallas, Texas.
Radio, Oscar 90, and about 5 and 8.
Fine business, Ron. Fine business. Using the Icom 7700 Alpha 77 Sugar X-ray.
What's a 7700?
With a Mosley tri-band about 50 feet. We'll say all about 73.
Radio.
We'll catch you down the band. W9CNR, W3PAW.
Which Mosley do you have?
The PA33, the long one going.
Yeah, I've got the TA33. I've had it for 50 years.
Yeah, this one was used. We put it up about 10 years ago. So, as long as those traps stay dry,
it's a nice radio there. I just saw that.
Yeah, I take the traps.
Scott, you read my mind.
Clean them up and put them back in.
Hey, Roger. All about 7.3s, Ron. W9CNR, W3PAW.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Go ahead.
You're a strong 5x9 in Southern California. I believe this is our first contact there.
You are 5'9" in Queenstown, Maryland. We're about 50 miles east of Washington, D.C. The name is Paul. Go ahead.
Our first name here is Greg, and I'm about 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles, where it took me 2 hours to get home from work today.
No problem, Greg. We don't have to worry about that no more. We retired about 2 years ago, so we don't do much anymore. We watch the news and we play radio. Go ahead.
Well, good for you, man. You probably earned it, and I appreciate the contact there and putting you in the logbook tonight. So 7-3 Paul, W3PAW K6EGG.
All the best, Greg. We'll catch you down the line. K6EGG in California, W3PAW.
And if you see there, that's a contact completely on the other side of the United States.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Seb. Oh, he's not a real audio guy. He doesn't go to 7. Maybe that was a guy that took over the frequency I was using earlier. I hesitate to say my frequency, if you noticed.
Is the frequency in use here? Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
Maybe it's somebody checking their audio like I used to do. I still do. I usually do that in the afternoon when the bands are bad.
Right.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Is the frequency in use? All right, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
Anybody see any DX anywhere out there tonight?
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf, 20 meters.
I hope they know that they're on 20 meters. One more blind call here, and I'll move around here, which is your folks' favorite. I don't know how long I'll be on tonight because I'm starting to hit a wall here a bit, a tired wall.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ from Southern California in the city of Chino, 40 miles east of Los Angeles, California. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
Whatever happened to Monty?
Hey, he dropped out of the face of the earth.
I wanted to see if I could make a 10 watt contact with him, because I know he always says that he's worried about me blowing my finals out using 100 watts on FT8. You do.
Hello, CQ. Coming on, CNR, Whiskey 9, Canada, Louisiana. Coming on, CNR, Reed, Dallas, Texas area. CQ3.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
W9CNR, Whiskey 9 Canada, November radio. W9CNR, Whiskey 9 cannot read from the Dallas, Texas area. Calling CQ20 readers.
This is Kilo 6, Echo Golf Golf.
Kilo Quebec 4, Bravo Papagi.
It looks like his license is very close to being expired. Oh, actually, it is. It's the 25th today.
QRZ.
What's that?
Don't be looking me up on QRZ.
I'm not looking you up on QRZ. I said this guy right here.
I know, it's trying to be funny.
Oh man, he's worse than I am. That's awesome. I'm not faulting the guy because I'm way bad at call letters. This guy running split? Don, it's nice to see you in there. I can't agree with you more.
That's a new call for free. Okay, W9CNR returning. Hammerhead Ron radio Oscar November. Hey, you're about a 5 and 9 right now.
Wait, what, Seth?
Hammerhead Ron radio Oscar November, Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir, I cannot read.
This guy sounds like he's off frequency.
My info, just left there a little while ago. Great place.
I'll never say I'm in Los Angeles. I hate that city.
And you about like say about a 5 and 8, 5 and 9 here. So.
I don't know what happened to this guy. He gone. He gone.
It's been about 25 years ago. And,
Full of fire from DX Engineering. It's pretty easy.
I know I can't go down here, but I'm going to take a listen anyways.
Here, lightning struck my tower, and it destroyed the balance.
He sounds good.
And threw it in the window well outside of his shack. And he's visually impaired, but trying to find something that would work with that bloody metal roof has been a bit of a challenge. So I've got a dog leg off center fed on that one. It's not ideal, but he loves 80 meters or 75 meters. So, you know, I got to figure out something, and it's a small lot with nasty trees that break and tear stuff apart. QSL? Yeah, QSL, James. Let me make sure I got that Zeta 6 Bravo Kilo Whiskey doublet. I'll have to look that up if I got the call sign correct.
What's Seth talking about in there? I'm trying to reply to somebody that sent me a comment that it wasn't in the live stream. Oh, you mean to go that far south on the band? Every time I'm going to study, something comes up.
That's good information because
I want to next week. I want to try to get out those QSL cards.
Overhead power lines in the back.
At least reply to the ones I got.
Crap.
About an S9
What's that?
noise level.
Y'all give me crap.
All of his, conversations are going to be east-west and to the south, not as much to the
I'm going
north.
to keep giving you crap too,
but
because that's what we do here.
But I'll look it up and
Yeah,
see if
sure.
there's a way that
Lots
I
of ball
can
busting going
possibly
on
fit
here.
that guy in.
Yep.
Doesn't have.
Ooh, he's
super
calling you
tall
out there.
trees, But I've at least got him on the air, and we've got a 6-meter antenna vertical that I built on the metal roof, and that really.
All right, take care, man. What's your name again?
Underneath the metal, the old metal sheet.
Also DMR, they have a...
All right, Matt, you take care, buddy. Study up. Come back here. We'd love to make a contact with you somewhere.
Hey, Matt, before you go, come to Huntsville at the end of August to the Hamfest.
Here, so I wanted to make sure.
Okay, this Kilo 4 Zulu Mike relay for the Pacific Seafarers Net. We're listening now for any vessels underway or about to get underway.
Yeah, I'm out in the Lake Chino area.
It's a nice net. Please call now, over.
Can I get a radio check?
Nothing heard, but I heard all.
Sorry, sir, I don't write checks.
Wow.
Studied for 4 weeks and got my extra. My wife got her tech and her general at the same time, so 0 to almost hero. I've been studying online, and I think Seth. I'm gonna turn this away. I think Seth turned me on to a guy, the study group thing. Not a study group thing, but this guy has a website. Yeah, let's try. So let me go down here. It seems like the band's a little better down here for me.
Yeah, come on, Don. Hit that, hook up that Hermes light and hit him.
Yeah, hit me. 14270. 14270. Hit me, Don. I'll be waiting for you there, N5.
What website, Wingnut?
Oh, let me see if I can get on here. And radio. I hope I saved it. It's the guy that you tell me about. No, it's not Ham Study, Seth. It's the other guy. He has his own. You said you test with him. It's not hamstudy.org. But that's one of them. Oh, I think I got it on my other computer. Don, if you're trying, man, I can hear you in the background. Can't find it. If I find it, I'll try to reach out. I'll bring it up on the next stream. I think I have it in my email somewhere, which I got to be honest with you, I don't feel like going through because I don't remember where I put it. I don't think that's Don calling me. I'll wait here for a moment. Don, you gonna try here? I'm not hearing you.
There you go. I got you a little bit there. N5SKT, N5SKT, K6EGG. I got kind of a light copy. Your nice high sounding audio or loud sounding audio is pushing through my noise, but it's mainly my noise's problem, not yours. I'll give you about a 5x5 here into Southern California. You running power right now?
No, I'm not. I'm running a FT8 101G at 100 watts. wsjtx commander.
Well, it's making it in. I've definitely heard some people in Texas a little bit louder than you, but band conditions might be fading in and out. I would love to see how you sound in your amp.
Yeah, I haven't heard my reflex for a little while. I actually got to get a storage building built out here and put out before I can get my amplifier up.
Copy that. Understood. Good to make the voice contact through the air. Antenna to the antenna, old-fashioned way. Don, thanks again, man. N5SKT, K6EGG.
No, it was not ham radio prep. Don, you faded away. We just enough time to make the time to make the contact there. See what I put you in the logbook? Let me see if I can find that now since I brought it up. I thought I put it on as a favorite though. I don't know what I did with it. Maybe I didn't save it. It was a K call, I believe. Let me look at my favorites here again. Well, we made the contact there, Don. Let's try to tool around here and see if anybody else is out here before I call it. Because I am hitting the wall. Ooh, look at the band just dropped. Not much there now. Those guys were way louder before. Let's go to 40 real quick. I know this is gonna kill my ears. Good contact there, man. I would say try 40, but you can see all the noise I have here. Looks like something happened to the band. Oh, I know that guy.
Thank you, Keith. Hey, Gary, you know, I have this friend Butch.
I want to try to make a contact, but I don't have 20 minutes technician. Well, you know what you need to do then? Study up. Get on the radio, man. Get those books going.
And then he round the
Sorry if I scared you folks there.
So it would, believe it or not,
I probably pissed off Sam.
Do 80
Creepy.
years and more.
Almost sound like Brandon there.
It worked out really pretty good for a vertical. I mean,
But I don't stutter.
when he gets an idea going,
I'm not going to go there with that.
he'll try to work it out. So
Text can do 10, yes.
So so nothing wrong with tinkering, man. You can
And 6.
get it in your head and get it rolling and see if it works. So
I have 0.
go ahead, Gary. K6 there.
All right, thank you, Leon. K6EGG, KD7 in the group. That's an interesting homebrew there.
There's somebody else in here. That's a net. Somebody right over here.
Delta Golf Hotel. This is K6EGG. My name is Dan, Delta Alpha November.
Whiskey 6,
and
Delta.
I'm in Morocco, California, which is just east of Oakland, California. Over.
Hey, Dan, good evening. This is David, Delta Alpha Victor, India Delta. I am in Pasadena, about 350 miles south of you.
I just passed that.
California. And my call sign again, but I think you have it. Whiskey 6
Delta
Golf Hotel.
Golf
Over.
Hotel.
Yeah, hi Dave. Good evening to you. For a living, I'm just the reverse of you. I was born and raised in San Bernardino, and then
I'm sorry.
came up to the Bay Area to go to school and stay.
I'm aiming for whenever I get some free time, and just to study for like 2 weeks solid.
It did, since I'm from there.
All right, this is very, very noisy. So let me. There's somebody over here very strong. That sounds like a radio station.
And the other guy, who was it, that was using the RE27 and that has the bump around that 3.5K, I think, and brings up
That's
that
the wideband boys.
That's what you need. That's why I like the 27 over the 20, is that it has that high end sparkle that you don't really have.
I might have to jump in this conversation.
But, I've had both. I've had the 20. I've had the 27. I've had the SM7B, and liked them all. But the
20 died out on me.
My voice very well, and so I got rid of that and went back to the 27. And then I got a really nice Christmas present, the Neumann that I'm using right now. So
SSB, ESSB guys.
So there you go. But yeah, you got it down on that, on the articulation and the sparkle. Just really nice.
Articulation
right now.
and the sparkle.
Okay, good. Well, like I said, just getting a synopsis from multiple people. And I agree. And it was Smitty that we were talking to last night, and he started off on the SM7, and I kind of convinced him to pull the RE27 out of the mothballs, and he's been on it.
I can go 3.6.
Yeah, it definitely gives a little push right in that area where I'm having to EQ very heavily. Is the upper end past 1.3K.
Yeah, you got it down. I can't recall. You're on the. You have the Anon, or are you on the Hermes?
Yeah, I can't go wide like these guys.
Well, I just recently.
I can listen to them wider.
Hermes to an Anon, so I'm on a 7000 DLE Mark II here, and I've just got the 7000 up at the home QTH. So I still have the Hermes, but this way.
I think if I had my setup and I had one of those radios, that I'd sound probably pretty close to what they have going on.
Blowing it up. It just
I'm just guessing.
Makes a nice addition to the receive capability.
Yeah, that's nice. On recording on the 7000, gosh, I haven't recorded in a long time.
But it only has what, 25 watts? I have to run it through an amp, right?
Is that it? And then to play back, you hit the arrow. Is that correct? And then you push to talk as well.
Well, I usually don't bring up the wave.
Oh, it's only 5 watts.
Drop down menu. I just use the buttons that are up at the.
I don't want to go.
Left-hand corner. So it'll go power.
Don't make me buy anything.
Manually operated transmitter or MOX, the DUP, and then right underneath that is the record button, and then right next to it is play. So as soon as you go to play, you just push the PTT.
All right. I'm going to give that a shot. One thing we can't do on the 7000 is record ourselves, can we?
No, you can't.
Hey, Don. All right. That's all out of love, by the way.
The wave drop.
I haven't used my 891 in like 3 weeks. I was planning on going to the park this week, but I don't think I should go to a park with an unregistered car right now.
Then I just go in and hit record while I'm pushed to talk.
Most of those guys that TXY only ever talk about TXY. Well, isn't that what, a lot of the people that make their homebrew antennas, the only thing they talk about is homebrew antennas. I understand though. Do you see my point, though, Colin?
Recorded file back up into the playlist, and then hit the loop
I want to sound like these mofos. That's my goal. I'm getting there. Man, this guy's been talking for like 4 minutes.
Then that's what you'll hear in the headphones. If
you're an audio engineer, you should be able to do it.
The monitor and the duplex button on the upper left-hand side to hear that, but it's a little bit complex at first, but boy, did it work out great. Bring that recorded file back up into the playlist, and then hit the loop button, and then hit play and mash the PTT button, and start turning on your EQ and compression and everything else, or whatever you want to use in here, and then that's what you'll hear in the headphones. If you, of course, you have to.
You got a good point. That's my boy right there. I don't really know. I've communicated with him a few times, but he's a good. I like him. He's a good dude.
I just made a little change.
And the reason why I got this microphone is because I watched him and actually more or less listened to him, at least on the live stream. Man, he's got that thing dialed in really good.
All right, N6RV Mission Viejo. GS made a little tweak.
Hello from I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Anyway,
I'm sure if Hamstick Eric was in there, he could probably say that right. Am I pretty close?
Okay, let's see.
Waukesha.
Okay, so I'm at 0. I'm just making sure all my levels are good. All right, so let's see.
Nice to see you in there, Mr. MM, as always.
Waukesha?
I'm not even going to try. I could barely say Chino. Everybody knows.
Just want to see what it sounds like. Anyway, N6RV Mission Viejo. I don't know if it's me, but it sounds a little hollowish, like I'm in a tunnel. I don't know. Am I hearing that right or not?
It's the band doing that. What's up, Shane?
The gain settings here too. I was trying to adjust that while it was transmitting, and it wasn't turning down.
God,
let me try it
damn,
one more time.
These guys sound good. I'm just so jealous.
N6RV Mission Viejo. GS made a little tweak on one of my little knobs here on the oral exciter. Just want to see what it sounds like. Anyway, N6RV Mission Viejo.
I have one of those. I'm using an oral exciter on this.
Okay, that's
Aphex 204 oral exciter.
Kind of curious.
Analog.
So it didn't really make much difference in one of my little adjustments here. So I'll just
thought you took that out of line.
We'll just go with that.
Not for
hitting the playback.
The radio stuff. That site seems to be working okay still.
But that was the first time I tried to use this since I got the VAC set up. So it looks like
God, these guys sound so good. I'm so jealous.
There you go.
Scott, do you think I could sound like that?
That you heard, is that
it's really easy to do, but I just don't like to go XLR mics. That's all I know is XLR mics. I don't want to hold anything either.
You're hearing. I'm hearing it a little bit on the receive, but then you may be hearing it back from your signal being played back to you.
Yeah, there is a little bit of phase distortion there. I hear it. You know, when I talk to James, because we're so close, we don't talk on 40 meters together. We go to 20 meters, and what a difference on how he sounds to me on 20 meters compared to 40 meters. It's just cleaner, more representative.
You know, don't put it past me. I won't do it now. But
compared to 40 meters, maybe it's because we're so close. But
can't even get your car registered.
I know.
Why are you going to spend $10K on the radio?
And apparently, I got to pay all these late fees now.
When we want to,
even though it's not my fault. I don't want to go there though.
Well, that makes sense. Typically, I would use 75 meters, but I don't know.
Try a voice meter, free mixer. Oh. I have this mixer though.
But typically, when it's closer, when I'm close enough to hear it, the band is.
Don, you're not doing it right there, buddy.
It sounds fine.
Sounds like you might have an impedance issue there.
I'm going to give James a buzz. I'm going to see if I can get him on here. I'll be right back. N6RV.
Very good. K5 BLS, Carson City, Nevada.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
EGG, good evening, sir.
Good evening. You guys sounding, I'm just so jealous. You guys are sounding so good tonight, as always. I'm running an RE27. I changed over from an RE20. Obviously, I can only push so much wide bandness through my 7610, but I'll get there eventually, probably on a different radio. Just wanted to drop in and say hello.
Yeah, very good. Good to hear you on the air instead of just on YouTube. But yeah, it's something that I progressed from. You know, I started on the 7300s. I actually had a 847 back in the day that went to 7300, and started playing around with the audio. And that was probably the wrong thing to do, because now here we are several $1,000s later. But anyway, it's been a fun rabbit hole. Bumped my head a couple times on the way down, but it is gratifying at the end.
Yeah, and you know what? Your hard work and all the stuff you've tried out and experimented around with. I know I get a lot of people give me a hard time for me experimenting around with some stuff, but I really notice some subtle differences every time I do. And I just changed over to the 27 from the RE20, and I definitely pushing through some pileups a little bit more. Just that little bit of roll off there at a higher frequency, I think, kind of helped me out there. So I just want to drop in and say hi. I'm going to kind of scoot across the band, but always enjoy listening to your folks' voice here on 40 meters.
Very good. Well, appreciate you stopping by and saying hello every once in a while. Curious though, I think you're running the 27, and by the way, it doesn't make a difference. I remember when you came in last time, and you were on the other one, and it sounded okay, but this one definitely has a lot more push in the high end, and that's definitely what's going to crawl over some of the pileups. Question for you though, are you running the microphone just into the mixer, or are you using some sort of preamp?
Here goes the rabbit hole. I'm using a Semitrex 520E preamp. I have a splitter out. One feed goes into my mixer that I use for the live stream. Another goes into my mixer as for the radio. And then I take an insert out of that channel that I have feeding for the radio, and I go into a 266 XL. Hold on a second here. I'm bad at model numbers. Yeah, 266 XL compressor gate, kind of gate off some stuff. And then I have that going out into an Apex 204 oral exciter, and then insert it back into my channel, then sending back out of the mixer that way.
Man, that sounds good.
Okay, yeah, and that's I had forgotten about the Symmetrics. That's a good unit, a little bit old, but they work just fine. The only thing I could say that would help you out to sculpt the tone that you have and knock out some of the offending frequencies, if you will, if you can find just a simple 31 band EQ to put between the Symmetrics and your next part of the chain, then you can start cutting some of the frequencies that are offensive, and it will help clear the other ones up. You may not need to do a whole lot of EQing, but if you like to drop out the 160, sometimes around 320, stuff like that, it will artificially enhance the other stuff that's there.
I totally understand, and I actually I do that stuff at work, and I have a Rain 32 band EQ sitting here in my rack that's not being used, and thanks for giving me that idea that I'm going to have to play with there. A question for you, an important one: should I EQ that? Should I roll all that stuff off before right after the mic pre and before the mixer and the other stuff in the chain, like the DBX and everything else?
Yeah, you want to get rid of it so that way it doesn't mix in anything else, and especially it doesn't mix in with the 204, because the big bottom will grab the harmonic and then start giving you stuff that you don't want.
I appreciate that. No, I have 4 days off, so I might get that in the chain and kind of play with that there. I appreciate it. I know you guys, this is your frequency here, so I just wanted to jump in and say hi. Thank you for the info. I'm definitely going to go play with this a little bit more, and I'm going to be QSY on your final there. Kilo 6 Echo Golf in Chino, California.
All righty, sir.
Let me chime in real quick.
Go ahead,
the RE27 that you're using, which I love, I've had that microphone. I can tell it sounds really good with your voice. You got it nailed shut on that microphone. And Symmetrics is good. I have a Symmetrics. I only use it for gating, and that's it. And it works really well with that. Everything else and I also use it to cut at 160. I cut the entirely 160 all the way. And then and the 204 is really good with a little salt and pepper on the low end, and Oral Exciter gives you that nice little bottom end there for you. That sounds really good. But yeah, man, I tell you, it sounds good. You go out about 4 or 5 kc wide on your transmit, you're going to sound dynamite. Just a thought. Anyway, N6RV sounds good.
Always appreciate the thoughts there, and now I have more ideas to play with here. I wish I can go wider, but I'll try to squeeze as much as I can. Just to let you guys know, I'm running the preamp. I'm not using the EQ at all. Very, very light compression going into the preamp, and basically it's coming out dry almost. And the reason why I'm using the preamp into 2 different channels is I'm doing because I do the live stream, and I want a dry version of this RE27 and something I can play with the other channel. So I've duplicated the channel into my mixer so I can play with it. But I appreciate it. I'm going to definitely try to figure out how to throw this rain in. I just got to figure out the wiring for it and not to get some RFI into it, because I'm always tracing RFI with all this external gear coming out. So I appreciate you folks. I don't want to take it up too much longer, but I hope to talk to you folks soon. I'll be looking for you as always. K6EGG going to be listening again for a final.
Roger that. No, you sound good. And I love that 27. If I didn't have this Neumann, I would definitely be on the 27. Anyway, have a good night, man.
We're using audio terms there, Mr. Hamstick.
All righty, sir. 73s. Again, thanks for stopping by and saying hello, and look forward to hearing the results of your labor with the EQ inline. 73, K5 BLS, Carson City. Well, Scott, I just got a text message from somebody here. I need to go police my Allstar on my repeater here. Apparently somebody's connected up, and their node is not working properly, so it's locking the thing up. So
yeah, so
check this out. I will be back in
nice to see you in there.
3 minutes. K5 BLS.
Nice to see some new folks in here too.
All right, I'll just kind of hang out here. N6RV 7235, and we're in hangout mode.
Sorry about that. Choking there. Checking out his setup. Yeah, so a lot of terms I use right there is dry audio. That's a business thing. Dry audio means no EQ, no compression, no de-esser, no nothing. And I have a unique situation here with this mixer where I need to have, or I want to have, this microphone sound different. Pardon me, I'm losing my voice here. Sound different than when it leaves here to the radios. Because obviously, if I EQ'd and roll all that stuff off, I'm gonna sound like this or like that, and you guys don't want me to sound like that. I don't think that's fair to you folks. So do all the videos and all the audio equipment have lingos? Sometimes. Shortcuts. Some guys are like real big model number guys. I'm not. But dry audio is basically pure, just the preamp, and that's it. You're getting sent to it. Anything enhanced, we don't necessarily call it wet, but it's not messed. It's messed with at that point. So that's why I want to make it clear it was dry, meaning this channel gets dry. And then with this insert here going in and out, definitely sounds a lot different. Leaving here, going through all the. I wish I had another view of the Oral Exciter, the 204, and the DBX there. So yeah, what I'm doing here is a little unique with sending the stuff to the radio, and I use this aux out here pre-fade that goes to both the radios. That's the other thing. if you notice, I have this kind of panned here. The reason being is I don't need as much level going to 9700 as I do going to the 7610 there. So I have that kind of backed off there. It's a stereo output, which I'm using. Obviously, this isn't a stereo feed. I'm just using the second output left and right as one feed to one radio, one feed to another radio. Nate, what's going on? Sorry, you didn't get the alert. Some other folks did. I don't understand why. It's weird. I got to try to figure that out. But I have this. I think it's. Let me look at it here. Oh, yeah, it's a 32. I wouldn't even know what to begin to roll off. I mean, he said some frequencies. I'm assuming some super low frequencies because that's not going out. And the reason, before I get going here, the reason why he said that is obviously listening to my voice here, I have a whole wide range of frequencies. When you put that, and the reason why I asked, do I EQ before all the processing? Because then I'll be EQing the processing, which is actually different from what the dry audio is, especially the big bottom end. 160? Do I have that on here? I do. So basically, and this is what we do also at work, is you want to EQ as much as you can before you throw your compression in. I just didn't know if you do that with this type of stuff with the radio or not. So I am new to at least processing for over-the-air stuff. And the reason why using EQ is the big bottom end, the way that, and this is actually what it says on the exciter, big bottom end, I believe, right? Yeah, big bottom end, big bottom on it. If you roll off some of those frequencies before it hits the AFX 204, it basically will give you what you want to load in as far as frequencies or load up, and it's kind of hard to explain, but the way the oral exciter works is I think it's like every third octave it goes out of phase. So if you roll off some of those frequencies, the unit doesn't see those frequencies, so it doesn't roll off those frequencies. So sometimes when it does that, you lose good frequencies and it enhances bad frequencies that don't push through as well. So that's why he mentioned that. I understand what he's saying. I just don't know how to get there. I'll probably have to get a scope or something to look at it. But I'm off for 4 days. I plan on streaming a lot the next week or so. Then I go back to work for 1 day, then I have 1 day off, and then I work 4 days and I have another day off. So I have some time off. Tame that big bottom. I have no problem with big bottom ends. Not a bit. Yeah, so I understand a lot they were saying there, and it was almost like drinking out of a fire hydrant. I could probably spend an hour and a half discussing audio and phasing and stuff like that. The other thing, hold on a second here. Yeah, with filtering and me not being able to get that wide, I'm a little bit bummed. But sounds like I'm dialed in pretty decently on the analog stuff, and it's hard to do because I'm a cross between listening through the radio and listening through SDRs. And sometimes when you're listening through an SDR, it's not really, what's the word I'm looking for? Accurate, because the band will kind of phase shift some of your signal. I don't know if there's anything rolled off in their receiver. Plus, I'm listening to it online. It's compressed, so I'm not getting a true listening or version of it. Just logging out the logbook of the world here. Only 7 contacts. Big bottom end. The big bottom shouldn't have emissions on odd harmonics. It shouldn't, but when you're blasting everything through, which I am, it could. You're going to get some splatter. And if you get an EQ, you should be able to EQ those out. But it'll also splatter the big bottom end, the physical unit before it hits the radio. And I think that's what he wants why they're doing it. The radio is an SDR. Yeah, but the radio is not going through the internet. The internet has a whole bunch of compression going on with it. Even my voice going to you guys sounds different when I listen to it here in my ear. I like listen to it online. I'm like, whoa, it does sound different. I mean, web SDR, yes, web SDR is definitely going through the internet. All right. Maybe I'd get on 40 for FT8 tonight. Oh, I got to turn my filters off. Somebody's going to yell at me from Hawaii. When a ham walks into a itty bitty. What was, could have been. It was, I forget the saying. Somebody said it the other day too. All right. Got Argentina. Got some folks out there from South America. Looks like Cuba. I don't know. This guy always shows up. I don't think I have a contact with that guy. Maybe I do. Worked, but not confirmed on 40. I don't need to. Let me just throw some CQ out here. Definitely going to lose quite a bit of compression with the web SDR. Yeah. Okay. I have the hardware. I am in digital. You mean digital processing? I have lots of theories on digital processing from an analog standpoint. Digital processing, you can get a lot done for fairly cheap. And it sounds pretty good, but you just got to make sure what you have going in is about as good as you can possibly get it, because it can ruin your audio if you don't. I mean, you could do that with the analog gear, but it's more susceptible, I think, at least as far as I'm concerned, on the digital world. No, actually, I don't like the way you know what I like? The way things sound? I like a CD. I think a CD is probably the best sounding. I don't like the scratchiness from radio, from records. They sound nice and warm. But CD, man, that's pretty clear stuff. All right. All right. What I was going to say something else. So I'm planning on being on a big Friday night tomorrow. It'll be a lot of fun. So hopefully you get a lot of new people out here, especially for a Friday night. Yes, I have. And we've discussed, I wouldn't say in great length, about some of his setup. And I don't know if he got like a preamp, which I don't need with this radio anymore, which I've explained in the past. Oh, there he goes. I got him right here. He's got a nice sound. He's dialed in on his setup, at least from my standpoint. Obviously, I can't hear him. I don't think he runs wide. This is no problem. This is FT8. FT8, no packet. It's very similar, but I'm sure Hamstick's going to disagree with that. Coming from an outsider, it's pretty similar. Did I just hit this guy again? I'm trying to get Mike. All right, I need to get out of here. Oh, he runs wide? I have not heard him wide. Oh, it's all good, man. I was told I was going to like FT8, and I thought in my head I was going to hate it, and it's like that's what I use most of the time.
Yeah, but you can't live stream or talk on the radio at work.
Oops. What's that?
Because you can't live stream or talk on the radio at work.
Correct. Well, I can if I really tried, but I get in trouble. But yes, you're correct. I would love to. I just don't have the cash. So I'm going to use what I have right now. Obviously, I just spent some money on this microphone. I don't know if I'm into that. I'll have some time coming up in the fall. I always say that and then I don't, but I don't know. I always say that every time, I'll have some time in the summer. And then what are we in July? Actually, this is pretty light. Next week's pretty light. After next week, won't be pretty light, unfortunately. No, the mic is actually exactly the same size. I have it obviously in front. It's exactly the same size.
No, the RE20 is
what? I'm looking
bigger
at it
in
right
diameter.
here. It is? RE20 is? No way.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at it too. Maybe the 27 is a little tiny bit.
Exactly.
And I don't have the other what's it called? The other mount
Not
for
the
it.
dead cat.
I wish I could. I want to powder coat this thing black. That's what I want to do. I'm afraid to do it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Lot of work trying to make this thing sound as best as possible. Hellscar was made. I have no idea what that meant. I have no idea. I don't know. And this one's it's made this way. It's obvious. It's different metal or whatever. But I wish they made this in a black. And I actually emailed Electro Voice. I've not heard back from them. Oh, it's all one program? Is there a Mac version of it? That's the most important part. But anyways, I need to get out of here. Hold on a second. It's getting very late for me. I've been up since 6, and I'm not not that big of a morning riser. I worked late last night, so I could feel it in my eyes. Let me get it down here. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. You guys all have a good night. Maybe we'll play with Hellscriber one night. Go down that rabbit hole, huh? Have a good one, guys. Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching the Gray K6EGG live stream. But most importantly, thanks for spending a little while with me. And please, don't forget to tell your friends about the channel. Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching the Gray K6EGG live stream. But most importantly, thanks for spending a little while with me. And please, don't forget to tell your friends about the channel. Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching the Gray K6EGG live stream. But most importantly, thanks for spending a little while with me. And please, don't forget to tell your friends about the channel. Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching the great K6EGG live stream. But most importantly, thanks for spending a little while with me. And please, don't forget to tell your friends about the channel.